event that has shaken the core of this country, and in a way that no other individual crime has done in my lifetime.
April 28th, 1996. All Australians watched on as the small community of Port Arthur became headline news.
The nightmare unfolded around 2:30 this afternoon.
The Tasmanian town was a popular tourist destination, but on that day, it became the site of one of Australia's worst killing sprees. 28-year-old Martin Bryant murdered 35 people and injured 23 more. It was, and still is, one of the deadliest shootings by a single person in the whole world. After being caught, Bryant was sentenced to a massive 35 life sentences in prison and more than 1,000 years without parole, so he will never ever be let out.
It really rocked the nation in an incredible way. It affected me.
The tragedy left many Australians shocked, but many also asked the question, why was Martin Bryant legally allowed to own a bunch of powerful, deadly guns? Before 1996, owning a gun in Australia wasn't such a strange thing. In fact, up until the 1980s, it was actually pretty common for Aussies to own guns. There are about 3 million of them in the country. And walking down an average shopping street like this, you'd often come across a gun shop, where in some cases, even kids could buy a weapon. Throughout the 80s, many states and territories were starting to talk about new, stricter laws for gun ownership. But things were moving slowly. The Port Arthur massacre became a turning point because the attack showed just how dangerous guns can be in the wrong hands. So the government brought in a tough new firearms licensing program, meaning anyone who wanted to own a gun had to be screened and checked first. It also banned most people from owning high-powered weapons, including automatic guns and shotguns. On top of all that, the government offered to buy back weapons that people couldn't own anymore and destroy them.
It is an historic moment in a long debate.
The result was incredible. More than 1 million guns were bought back from the public at a cost of over $350 million. And gun-related deaths soon started falling. In fact, between 1996 and 2014, the number more than halved, despite the population continuing to grow. The success of these tough gun laws has been used as an example in other parts of the world too, like the US.
While our United States Senate was unable to pass even the most basic gun control measures, Australia has had a successful gun control scheme for almost 2 decades.
But despite that success, it's worth remembering that it came at a price. The Port Arthur attacks, and many still say that cost was too great.